So I got a call from my old ambulance buddy, and we were partners for like 3 and some years. And during that time, we decided we were going to do the Tough Mudder. I think you know all about that. And we decided to start experimenting on our bodies and figuring out how much, like, we needed to lose weight, but we also needed to gain muscle. We needed to eat a lot of food, but make sure that those calories counted for something, and don't mix fat with sugar because the body's going to use sugar as the gas, and it's going to leave the fat right where it is. So you turn your fat into fuel and you just ride that wave, and it's amazing what happens. But you lose glycogen in your muscles. So he looked like a serious cancer patient. People were asking me, "Is he okay?" Like, he doesn't. And I was like, "He's eating. Believe it." I was cooking for both of us for months, and we had these little thermos containers, and I put a little piece of tape on top that said what it was and exactly how much it was in ounces, and I measured everything out every fucking day, and you know, it worked. So we got over that. And I left Keystone, and so did he. And then he calls me 2 days ago, and he sounded really urgent because he don't call me, but he called me twice in one day. And then he says, "Do you have time for a really short talk?" And he explained to me that he's in a place where he can't get back to where he was. He quit smoking on $100 bet, and he stopped smoking. And he's got like this wicked, mad, stubborn streak of what he absolutely refuses to do. He won't do it. Versus somebody who just says, "Oh, I can't have cigarettes. Oh, it's so hard." He made his mind up, and he can't do it anymore. So he's up to 250 pounds, and he's not smoking, but he's probably drinking more beer than he means to. So he calls me. He's like, I don't give a fuck what happens. Like, I'm showing up for work late, and I care, but I'm losing it. And I said, okay. So his wife left town for a little bit. So now he's starting to be more introspective. So he called me. He's like, "Can we get back on that wagon? Can we get back to that place that we were when we were absolutely fucking crazy, manic about what we were doing to and with our bodies?" And it was all healthful, but it was just maniac level. Um, we're not exercising. We're not going to do that. We're going to control everything with nutrition, like I always do. Um, he says, "Oh, I have this step thing, and I'm only stepping like 3,000 steps a day." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, we can compete on that, and we can do that too. Record everything on MyFitnessPal and share what we're eating, what the caloric values are, the iron content, all this other stuff. So we're in the midst of getting that shit together. But I told him, I was like, 3,000 steps a day. Like, toddlers learning how to walk do more than that. And it cracked him up. And I was like, "You're a grown ass man of 30, and you take less steps than a toddler." So he's got me calling him every day at 6 a.m., which is totally feasible. I can totally do that, and have been doing that because he's been running late for work. I said, "You got to get up and make your lunch because you're wasting money. You're going to McDonald's because you're starving to death, and your last minute idea of food is what's jamming your program." So he's getting up every day. He's telling me what he's making for lunch, and we're gonna start there. And it'll probably be 3 weeks before we get like a measuring scale like we used to have. But this is a very nice thing for me because I wasn't losing purpose. I I I pulled out I pulled out a drawing tablet because I still haven't done this fucking painting that somebody asked me to do, and my big dog laptop is at somebody else's house, which is an hour away, and that's fine. I'll go get it eventually. But my little shitty Novelo, whatever the fuck it is, can't handle it. Now that I'm ready to commence and do it, I got the wrong fucking laptop. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know somebody called me out of the blue and needs help to get back to where I used to be and he used to be, and this is things happen in weird ways, weird timing. I needed a mission.